Hello viewers, welcome to Easy Cloud. My name is Arvind. Today we'll be learning what is AWS Directory Service and how to create AD using AWS Directory Service and how to domain join EC2, Linux and Windows Server. So in our today's session, we'll be creating Microsoft AD using AWS Directory Service, and we will be domain joining Windows and Linux instances, and we will also create users and groups in AD. Okay, so first we need to create a directory service and configure the AD. So let's go ahead with that. So let me take you to the directory service. We just have to type here directory service in AWS. Okay, here. So you need to click on the setup directory. And we need to select AWS Manage Microsoft AD, next, and standard edition. So DNS name. So we will be giving the DNS name as easycloud.int, and we are not going to give anything here. So admin password. Okay, once after giving the admin password, click on next. And we need to select the VPC. So I need to create your own private VPC here and select the subnets. So this directory service, before we create the directory service, you need to create the VPC, and you need to have at least two subnets in that VPC and create directory. And you need to create this VPC directory in the VPC that you have created. Okay. And this directory using this DNS server, so it will be resolved within the VPC. So you don't need any DNS separate DNS server for this directory. It will be resolved within the VPC itself. Okay, so we have successfully created. So it will take some time to complete the creation of this directory. So by then we will go ahead and configure the AD in the VPC. Okay, so let's go to VPC here. Okay, so in this VPC, we will be configuring our AD. So this is the private VPC that we have created, and have created two subnets. Okay, so it's already been created. So we need to create the DHCP option sets here. So click on create DHCP option sets. You can give any name. I'm just going to give Easy Cloud and domain name. So you give our domain name easycloud.int. So you need to give the domain name servers. So for that, you can go back to the directory service. Here you'll be able to find the domain name IPs. So do you see this? You can just give that value here. Okay, so NTP service, you're not going to give any of those details here. So in case if you want to give, there's already available AWS provided NTP server. You can give that here. So in case you want AWS, so you can give this IP there. Then that's it. Created successfully. So we need to attach this DHCP option set to our VPC. So go here, edit DHCP option set. You need to select the one that you created just now, close. And you need to enable this DNS resolution. It's already enabled. Okay, and same for DNS hostname as well. So you need to make sure this is enabled. Okay, so these two are done. Okay, let's go ahead and create the servers. So we'll be creating two servers, one for Windows and one for Linux. So here we'll be selecting our VPC that we have created and subnet, and we'll enable the public IP since we'll be connecting from outside. Okay, once this is done, click on storage. Once it is done, click on review and launch. Okay, so need to allow this security group anywhere, and you can give a tag, name tag. Just give it as Windows -server. Review and launch. So let's create a new key pair. This would be new. Download it. Yeah, then launch. So we have launched the new Windows server. So let's go ahead and launch the Linux server now. So we are going to use our HCL server. So we're going to use RHCL 7.6 here. We can use community AMS as well. Here as well, I'm going to enable the public IP since we'll be connecting from outside. In case if not, you can just leave it blank and you can directly use the private IP from any of the server to connect to. So here I'm just going to give the name Linux-server from anywhere, launch, select new. Instance. So we have created the directory service and we have configured it in the VPC. Then we have launched the two server, one is Windows and one is Linux server. So to which we will be doing the domain join now. So let me refresh and check if it is connected. Okay, it's still in the creating status. So once it is available, then we can go ahead and do the domain join. So let's connect back once the status is completed. Okay. Yeah, now we can see that the status is active now, the directory service is created. So let's go ahead and check now. Okay, so yeah, so it is created successfully. So now if you see here, so the name that I've given here, easycloud.int, is just any name that you can give since it will be resolving only within the VPC. So you can give any name. .int means internal. So you can also give .com or any name that you require. Okay. So it is created now. So let's go ahead and do the domain join now. Okay. First, let me do it for Windows. I'm just connecting to the server. So there are multiple ways where we can log into the EC2 instance, wherein this is one of the way where you're using PEM file or PPK file for Linux. Another way is to create local users, as you can would have seen in our previous video. You can also create local user in the server and then you can log in. And the other way is the Active Directory way, where you can log into the server after domain join. You can use the AD credential to log into the server. You can also create group and they can log in. So recommended method is either a PEM file or AD. I'm just connecting to the Windows server. Okay, it's connecting now. Okay, if you see here the network setting, click on the network setting here, the bottom, and need to go to change adapter settings and right click here, go to properties, need to select IPv4 here, Internet Control version 4, DNS server. So here you need to give the DNS IPs. So the one which is here. Okay. After configuring the DNS IPs here, so you need to go to the server manager here. And here you have an option called local server, and you need to click on this work group. Okay, and click on change and select domain here. Okay, so here the domain that you have to give is easycloud.int. Once you give your DNS name, you need to it will prompt you for the username and password. You can give the user that was created, admin. easycloud.int is the domain, and the password that you gave there. Okay, so it says welcome to easycloud.int domain. So it is successfully domain joined. So it will ask for the restart. Okay. Okay, so it will restart the server now. So this is one way of doing domain join for the Windows server. So in AWS, there is another way where we can domain join the Windows server. So let me show you that. So now we have successfully domain joined one Windows server. So let's try to do the domain join for another Windows in a different method. So for that, first we need to create IAM role. Okay, so let's go ahead and create IAM role. Okay, so when in the role, so there are two policies that you need to attach in order to do the domain join for the Windows server. So the first method that we saw that was doing manually after the instance is launched, right? After instance launch, we logged into the server and then we did the domain join by giving the IPs of the DNS server and manually going and joining the domain. So here, so this will be done automatically during the launch of the EC2 instance. So this method can be used while launching the EC2 instance. So this is one of the policies that we need to attach. That is Amazon SSM Directory Service Access. Okay, and there's another policy. This is Amazon SSM Managed Instance Core. Okay, these are the two policies that we need to attach to the IAM role. You can just give domain join, create role. Okay, it is created. So let's go back to the EC2. So this method will be used while launching the EC2 instance itself. So I'm just launching the new instance now. Okay, so I'm going to select the Windows Server here. Here, while configuring the Windows Server, so enable public IP. Here you have an option called domain join directory. So here you'll select the domain that you created and the role, domain join role that you created. So this method can be used only for the Windows Server, not for the Linux server. That too while launching the server itself. So here I'm just going to give anywhere the tag name. So I'm just going to give domain join IAM Windows. Just for our reference. Launch. Okay, it's launching now. So this server, we can directly log in with the AD credentials. Since it is while launching itself, we have selected the IAM role and the domain. So it will be domain join while launch itself. So other server which we created and manually the domain join have to be done no, manually since it is already created, right? So that's the reason. This is two methods that we can follow to domain join the EC2 instance in AWS. Okay, so let's try to connect to the Windows server which we created and manually no, domain joined. Okay, and now I'm connecting here. I'm just giving the AD credentials now. As we can see here, we are able to connect using the AD credentials. So this server was manually no, domain joined. So let's try to connect to the domain Windows server that was done no, domain join during the launch itself. Okay, I'm just giving the same credential, easy cloud. Okay, so now we are able to connect to the Windows server for both the server where we did domain join manually in one server, another server using IAM roles. Okay, so we need to also learn how to create the user in AD and how to create group and how to access using those users. Okay, okay, let me just go to the server. You need to add a role here. Okay, click on next, next. Here you have something called Active Directory Domain Services. You need to select this, add feature, next, 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 install. So once this is installed, then you can access the AD using this server. So in order to access the AD, the server should be domain joined. Only then you can access the AD, the AD that we created in the AWS. Okay, it's installing now. So it will take a couple of minutes to complete the installation. So till now what we have learned is we have how to create Microsoft AD using AWS Directory Service and how to domain join Windows. Both the method we saw manual and using the IAM role. So now we're going to create users and group in AD. Okay, it's taking some time here. Okay, it's installed now. Okay, let's access it. So go to tools here. So you'll be able to find Active Directory users and computers here. Click on that and you can see easycloud.int. So here, so we'll be creating the users here. So can you see this computers and users? We'll be creating the users here. So there is already a admin user that was a default user. So here we'll be creating a new user. Click on new user. I'm going to give Aravind last name yum and the user logon would be name.yum. Okay, at easycloud.int. Password. Finished. So we have successfully created this user. So we need to give some feature or some permission to this user, right? So for that, we need to add this user to some group. So we can directly, there are already AWS delegated groups which is available here. You can directly add this user or you can create a group and you can add the group. So we'll do both here. So here, so click on new. This time we'll be creating group. So this group would be AD group. Okay. Okay. So let's go to this groups. These are the built-in groups which is there already available in the AD. So here there are multiple groups, right? So AWS delegated administrators. In this we'll be adding our users. Okay. So here, so there's already one admin, right? The default admin. So here we'll be adding our user. Okay, and also we'll be adding the group as well. So that would be AD group. Okay, so we have added both. So this particular group or the user will have the admin access now. So if you want, we can also double check, by logging into one of the server. You can log in with this your server itself. This time we're gonna use a different user. So that is Aravind.yum at EasyCloud, the one which we created. Okay, so we are able to log in with the user that we created as well. So we created user and the group, and we added the group to the admin group, and we are able to access the Windows server using the custom user which we created. So next, let's go ahead and no, in the domain join the Linux server. Okay, so for that we need to first no, generate the ppk file. So you need the puttygen for that. Okay, let me load the pm file. Okay, it's done. Okay, okay. So here we logged in using the ppk file. So there is a difference in the domain join process for Windows and Linux, where in Windows we directly went in domain join and we use im role, right? For Linux we need to install some packages, some libraries in order to domain join. So the main the package that we require is realmd and adcli. So we will go ahead and install the all these packages now. So this is the these are the packages that is required to do the domain join. Now, as I said, realmd, SSSD, and KRB5 workstation, Samba tools, ODJob, and all these packages are required. So let me just go ahead and install it. Okay, it's taking some time here to install the packages. Okay, it's installed now. So next, so we need to add this host. So before adding the our AD server in the host, we need to get the complete FQDN of our AD server. So for that, we need the IPs of the DNS server. So let's get this IP. So we need to do NS lookup. For that, we need to install this. We need to install this package in order to use the. Okay, it's already installed. So let's do NS lookup here. Okay, we can see the FQDN, complete FQDN of this, our DNS server. So we need this. So instead of this server, same way for the other server. The reason why we are updating this host file is to resolve the in our server, the Linux server locally here. That's the reason we are doing it. So it is there in etc host. Yeah, need to add the server here. Okay, done. So after this, need to do the domain join. So this is the command to the domain join. Realm join -f user admin is the user that we're using to do the domain join, and easycloud.int is the DNS server. So password. Okay, it's domain join. So next thing is we need to enable this password authentication. So by default, all the Linux server in AWS, the password authentication will be no, disabled. We need to manually go ahead and enable it. So let's go here, etc ssh sshd config file. Here we need to enable this. That's all. Save this file and restart the SSHD service. The reason why we are doing this because only then we will be able to use the domain credentials to log into the server. If not, we will not be able to use it. Okay, so it is done. So we need to add our group or the the user into the sudo's file. Only then the user will have the sudo root access. So we need to go here, vi sudo so we can add it here. So the reason why we are using percentage here is because it is a group. If it is a user, you can directly give the username with the domain name. Since it is a user, that's why we are giving the percentage here. Okay, we given the two groups here. Save. So let's check if the server is able to access the users. So ID we're gonna give aravind.m at easycloud.int. So see, we are able to access the user. So let's try to log into this server using the domain credentials. So here I'm going to use my credentials here. Okay, it's successfully logged in. Let's try to switch to root. So here we are directly able to switch to the root. So in this video, so we learned what is AWS directory service, how to create AWS directory service, how to domain join Windows and Linux, and how to create users and groups in AD, and how to use the credentials to log into the Windows and Linux server. And also we saw two types of domain join for Windows. One is through manually going and doing domain join, another one using IAM-ROW. Okay, if you like this video, please click on like and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.